Hey everyone, it's technology expert Burton Kelso here with another tech tip to help you get the most out of the technology in your life. Today we're talking about how to clear cookies from your smartphones and from your tablets. Now, in the past, it was a good habit to get into as far as clearing off cookies on your computers and laptops for the simple fact that cookies used to take up a lot of room. Now, if you don't know what cookies are files that are downloaded onto your browsers in order to give you a better browsing experience. Now, cookies themselves don't cause harm to your computer. It's what can be done with the information that cookies store that can cause you to have data leaks and to have large tech companies target ads to you, which can be also an invasion of your privacy. Now, with more of us going to a digital lifestyle and using the internet more and more, it's important that we keep our personal information out of the prying eyes of big data. So it's a good habit to get into to continue to clear cookies off of your desktop and laptop computers, whether it be Windows or Macintosh. And it's also a good habit to get into now to make sure that with your smartphones and with your tablets that you're taking the time to clear the cookies off of those devices as well. Now, it can be a little tricky, but the good thing with many of us in this digital age is that with our browsers, which are where our cookies are stored, uh, we're using the same browsers on our smartphones and tablets that we're using on our desktops. So the steps are a little bit easier to clear out cookies because we're already used to doing it in our browsers. At least I hope you're doing it on your computer browsers. But there's several browsers that we need to look at on smart devices in order to make sure you know how to clear out those cookies properly. So with that said, let's switch to our smartphone and I will show you tips on how to clear out your popular or your favorite browser on your smartphone so that you can keep your cookies and your information safe and secure. Let's switch to our desktop and then we're going to start with Safari, which is the default browser for iPhone devices. Obviously, you Android users don't have to worry about this, so let's not worry about Safari on Androids. So anyway, if you want to clear out the cookies in Safari, you have to go into settings on your iPhone. So once you're under settings under iPhone, you need to scroll down to the menu item of Safari. And with all of this information on here, I probably passed it up. So let's keep scrolling until we can find Safari and our list of stuff. And if not, we'll just have to go back up to find that information. And it looks like I did go by the initial settings for Safari. So let's scroll back up in our menu settings, and then we'll get to Safari. There's Safari right here. So once we're under Safari, it's just a simple matter of scrolling down in the menu, and as you can see, we're going to be doing a lot of scrolling today. Now, Safari is probably the easiest one as far as all of the apps as far as clearing out your browser settings. So once you're in Safari, you can click on the option that says clear history and website data. Once you go to that option, you can click on history and data, and lo and behold, it will clear out that information for you. It's a pretty simple process on Safari, and I have to say Safari is a pretty easy to use browser, so it makes sense that the settings to get into Safari to clear out the browser settings would be simple as well. Now, I'll be nodding quite a bit during this segment because I'm using my smartphone and doing a screen share with a program called Lonely Screen to make it a lot easier for you to see how to modify your browser settings on your favorite browser. Now, even though I'm using an iPhone, these steps are the same as if you had an Android phone or tablet. So don't let the fact that I'm using an iPhone fool you into thinking that these settings only work for iPhone devices. Now, one of the harder ones, and we'll get to this one now, would be Firefox. And I always struggle when it comes to finding out how to change or clear out the cookies on the browser for Firefox. So what you would do in Firefox is you would click on the menu settings. Once you go under menu, then you want to go to settings. Now, believe it or not, under settings on Firefox, and I always struggle when I see this, your browser data is going to be under data management of all places. And as you can see, you can go, once you get there, you can definitely go to clear private data, which includes your cookies, cache, browsing history, and other offline data issues. So again, if we go back in Firefox, make sure that you understand that your browser and cookie settings are under data management. That is kind of a trick, and I don't know why Safari, or not Safari, but Firefox doesn't set it up to make it as easy as Safari. So remember that all of your settings are under data management. Can be kind of difficult to remember that setting if you're using Firefox as your browser on your smartphone or tablet. So our next browser setting is easy, and it kind of goes easy from this point forward. Let's go into Google Chrome, which is probably the browser most of you are using. Once we click on Chrome, it's just a simple matter of going down to the menu down here with the three dots. I'm going to circle that with my mouse. Once you click on that menu, then you want to go to settings, which is right here. Once you're under settings, you want to go down to privacy, and there's our privacy settings there. Under privacy, you want to go to clear browser data. Once you're under clear browsing data, Chrome allows you to choose which data you want to get rid of. So if you have a check mark by these items, if you go down to the bottom and click on clear browser data, then it will allow you to do that. With Chrome, you can choose your history, your cookies, and your data as options to clear out. But if you want to leave those settings the same, you can just click on clear browser data, which is down here. Can't see it because of the captions, but trust me, it's there. Once you click on clear browser data, then you can click on done, and then it will automatically clear out your browser data for Chrome. Pretty simple. Now our next browser that we're going to take a look at is Opera, which a lot of you probably don't use as a browser, but it's a good browser. So going into Opera, once you're in Opera, we need to cancel out all of this web address information. Now down in the lower right hand portion of the screen, there is an O for Opera. That's how you get to the Opera menu. So once I click on that, you have the option for settings. Let's go ahead and click on settings, and then you can scroll down to clear browser data, which is right here at the top, and then browser history, cookies, or data, which is you can check to clear out each item. And then luckily for Opera, the option to clear out your browser data is at the top. So once you click on that, it will give you an alert that says your data is cleared, and then you can go back to browsing knowing that your cookies are cleared and that you can browse safely. I wonder why I said it like that. Anyway, our final browser that we're going to talk about as far as clearing out data is Microsoft Edge, and that's Microsoft's browser that they made available for all smart devices. Now, if you're a die-hard Windows user and you synchronize your data with Microsoft Edge, that may be one of the reasons why you have Edge on your devices. So let's go ahead and switch back to our phone, click on Microsoft Edge, and to get to Edge, down in the middle portion of the screen, which is being blocked by the captions, is an option to click on a menu. Once you click on a menu with my finger and not my mouse, you can go to settings. Once we go to settings, it's pretty easy to find your browser information because you can click on privacy and security up at the top of the screen. And at the very top also is clear your browsing data, which is a good thing that Microsoft sets it up like this because it's easy for you to find your data or to clear your data. Now, like the other browsers, you can definitely hit cache, cookies, and data, or click on whatever you want to clear out and clear that browser clear that data by clicking on clear browser data and then done. So let's go ahead and click on it. We get an option to clear that browser data, and it takes us back to the main screen of Edge, which basically allows us to go back and browse to our heart's content. So pretty awesome steps as far as those browsers or your favorite browsers, as far as making sure that you clear out that cookie data. Now you're probably thinking, Burton, there's got to be an easier way to make sure that this information stays cleared out. Well, there is. You could also switch to a different browser, and that way the browser keeps your information safe and you don't have to worry about clearing out browser data on a regular basis. And so the browsers, or the three browsers that you can download for your smart device, are the Onion browser, which obviously is Tor, the Tor browser. DuckDuckGo, which is a popular search engine, has its own browser. And then there's also Brave, which is another browser that allows you to surf secure. So let's click on the Onion browser so that you can kind of get an idea how these browsers work, because the challenge with people is change is never good. But I will tell you that most browsers now are pretty much the same. So if you've used Edge, you've used Chrome, if you've used Safari, you've used them. So let's take a look at the Onion browser. So you can do an unlimited data plan with the Onion browser, or just use it as a regular browser. As you can see, it shows where your original IP address. It'll also show you what IP address you can randomly choose with the built-in VPN, which is in the Tor browser. And there you are. You can tap on the VPN. It says my VPN is, or my IP address is exposed. If I click on the button, it'll automatically allow me to utilize the VPN in the Tor browser. Now I can just surf just like a regular browser with Tor and not necessarily have to worry about my information being tracked without turning on the VPN. So as you can see, this browser looks like most of the browsers out there. You can choose your own search engine, such as Bing or Google Chrome, but if you look at the bones of it, your Onion browser or the Tor browser is going to work almost identical to any other browser out there. Now let's switch to DuckDuckGo browser. So if you like the search engine DuckDuckGo, now you can download the browser DuckDuckGo. And as you can see, like most browsers, you've got options for bookmarks. You've got a search engine, which is going to use DuckDuckGo as your search engine. But DuckDuckGo for smart devices is a secure browser that you can utilize to make sure that your information is going to stay safe and secure. Now, the final browser, which is available, I should say that all three of these browsers are available for desktop computer use as well as smartphone use. So if you're looking for a secure browser for your desktop, consider these options. Now, a final browser is the Brave browser. And once we click on Brave, you can set it as your default for iOS, which is what I'm using. But as you can see, you can still surf your favorite websites. You can customize your start page with the Brave browser. Even get a pretty picture of the day with the Brave browser, and news, as you can see. A lot of these free browsers, like many free services, utilize ads in order to pay for the freeness, if that's a word. But anyway, as you can see, the Brave browser works like any other browser out there. So if you're looking for a good alternative to a free browser for your smartphone that's going to keep you safe and secure, and your computer as well, consider using the following: the Onion browser, DuckDuckGo, and Brave as good choices to make sure that you're keeping your information safe and secure as you surf the internet. Now we'll go again and say that your cookies are not bad, and you need cookies in order to browse specific websites because they allow you to have a robust experience when you're surfing the web. However, like I said, big tech companies take advantage of cookies to spy on your surfing habits, which is a good reason that you should clear out your cookies on a regular basis and make sure that you're keeping your data out of the hands of big tech companies that want to take it, target ads to you, and to possibly sell your information on to other advertisers who will target you with ads based on your browser history. And I know you've seen it. You've been on social media sites that will pop up ads that are pertain to searches that you've made on the web. So if you want to stop that from happening, clear out your browsers on your smartphones and tablets to make sure that you're staying safe and secure. So with that said, if you've got comments and questions about making sure that you're secure on your smart devices, leave them in the comment section below. Would love to hear from you to find out how I could help you keep your browser data safe and any other tech question that you might have. I always have to add that if you like this video, be sure to subscribe. See if I can point in the right direction. Be sure to subscribe, like and share this video with your family and friends if you found it informative, and that if you have people in your life that want access to tech help. So I love technology. I've read all the manuals, and I'm serious about making technology fun and easy to use for everyone. So take care of yourself and do many things to make you smile. And thanks for watching.